Welcome back to Festival Fishbowl. Might I say you're looking very attractive tonight. Is that awkward enough? That's pretty creepy. This is Tony Roberts. He's no, he's not a magician. What are you? You're just a shyster.
Yeah, what are you? That's a nice question.
What the hell are you?
I'm a middle-aged man with a midlife crisis that involved cards.
But I don't think this is like a midlife crisis. You've been doing this for ages, right?
About 6 years, 6 to 7 years
that
full
all?
time. Yeah, that's all. It was my 40th birthday present to myself.
Wow.
I decided I didn't want to get to 70 and go, oh, I'm glad I was a good accountant.
Were you an accountant?
Well, I was a finance manager for a leasing company for about 14 years.
Did you have this at that time?
No, I didn't have that. I didn't have the tat. I actually lost a game of cards to a good friend of mine who's a magician.
Of course. Who would win that?
Well, no, I've been in a card school with him for about 10 years. He showed me what he did before we started playing cards together, and he did that for everybody who joined the card school. And I probably trusted him more than I trusted any of the other people at the table. Because he was really big on... Yeah, well, for me, like playing cards is a different skill. Entertaining with cards is different to playing cards.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to play cards, I want to know that I'm better than you, that I've beaten you, that it's a fair and square thing. And besides, if you get caught cheating, you lose body parts. It's not good.
Yeah.
But we were having a game of poker, and I'd separated from my second wife and was kind of living the dream with a bottle of bourbon a night and living in my flat.
A lot of single tears.
No, there were no tears involved. The bourbon kind of hid that. That was
right.
And bourbon
just
really dehydrates you, so they just evaporate out of your eye. Just left these horrible eye sockets. And he'd been trying to talk to me into coming to Melbourne for about 6 months. And Nick is really persistent. He was just in my ear the whole time.
Where were you?
I was in New Zealand. I was in Auckland. I grew up in New Zealand. I didn't discover I was Australian until I was 9. That was an awkward moment.
I'm really sorry.
I know, I was wrapped because I felt really different because I knew what Gert meant, and that was kind of strange.
Yeah.
And I didn't think Waltzing Matilda was a song about date rape, so I kind of felt like I was different to the Kiwis.
You were nice.
A little bit. Yeah, I was. And I remember I was 9 years old. I wanted to box competitively. I said to my mum, I need my birth certificate, and she said, we're going to have to send to Australia for that. I said, who's got it over there? She said, well, we forgot to tell you, you're actually an Australian. I went, before I started looking fondly at sheep and supporting the All Blacks, would have been nice.
Thank you.
There were times, like I remember she read me a book when I was 5 years old. Where did I come from? Probably a good moment, just to bring it up.
Yeah. On top of this, you are definitely from a vagina, but there is
I have been.
There is a country that you're also from that isn't the one. That's all they could have said.
Yeah, there was just, I like the vagina reference. It was actually my daughter, 2 years old. Funniest thing I've ever heard.
I don't
in the
know
bath with my mum. With her mum, and she's gone, what's that? And I was gone, that's my vagina. You've got a vagina, Daddy's got a penis. When you're growing in the womb, that's how you got out. And she looked at it and went, oh, looks broken. Out of the mouths of babes.
You did this.
Yeah.
You did this.
That's exactly the reaction she got to, and you broke it. And I thought it was so cool.
Wash your fucking self. I don't care anymore. Yeah, right.
So anyway, I'm playing cards with Nick, and he's been hassling me for months because I started a finance company for a friend, and that kind of filled a few weeks, and I've been doing stand-up for a few years, and he said, look, there's heaps of rooms. It's so limited in New Zealand what you can do. I'll set you up. I've been doing quite a bit in the circuit. I'll get you in, and we'll do some stand-up, and at least you can have a break. And I had a little bit of money left out of the money that I'd kind of squandered. So I thought, what the hell? So we were playing poker, and I kept saying no. He wanted someone to look after his house for 2 months. It was 3 a.m. It was about a $400 pot, and we were playing 3-card brag, which is a kind of an English version of poker played with 3 cards. There were only 4 hands that could beat me, and he bet no more money. If I win this hand, you come to Melbourne, no questions asked. If I lose, I'll shut up and never mention it again. I thought that's a great bet.
Yeah.
He won.
Damn it.
So I rang him the next day and said I'd pick me up on January the 6th. I'm going to be at the airport in Melbourne. He picked me up. I stayed there for a couple of months. In the first few days, I said I want to learn a bit of magic. So he showed me a couple of things, and then he went away and came back for Australia Day. And it was just a coin roll. You just roll a coin across your fingers.
Oh, that's awesome. I love that.
And I could do it. And I don't have a coin now, otherwise, I do. I demonstrate it. It seems like a really silly thing now, but it's just being able to roll the coin across your fingers.
It's what Bond villains can do.
Yeah, basically. But they just do it one hand on repeat. I actually did a hand double thing in the UK where I did a coin vanish.
All right.
Got it back again. And it was on a kids' TV show. And anyway.
That's freaky.
Small later.
That's awesome.
I'm like, are you still talking? Because I'm just watching your hand. What is
Are
it?
you watching the coins?
No.
See, the coin, it's a simple, it's what they call it, and that was a really nice reveal. I still
didn't see anything. I don't know what I'm doing.
So if I just put it in your hand,
Yes.
and then we can carry on. So anyway, I lost the bet.
I'm not wearing
Nick
a watch
showed me that.
anymore. Oh my God.
He then started teaching me
My wallet.
simple moves with the cards. I don't know if you can get this on camera. How high do I have to go?
He'll follow you. You're the
He'll
most
follow you.
important thing.
Okay. If I get you to focus just on the 3 of hearts, and you can watch it from here. You don't have to watch it from the monitor, but you can if you like, because it's actually blowing my hands up. If I take the 3 of hearts and just put it in the middle of the deck, that's pretty clean. Yeah. But if you give it a little shake, what happens is it comes back to the top, and it was a simple move. And he started showing me that. He came back for Australia Day, and this fascinated me. He came back for Australia Day. He was doing street theatre on the banks of the Yarra, and he was judging a street theatre contest. And I sat at the back and I watched him doing the street theatre, and it just fascinated me. I just went, this is him. And then the businessman kicked in, because we went back to a pub, and one of the other street performers asked to borrow some money, and he said, how much do you want? He said, about 500. Nick took out a bag of coins, and I swear to God, he tipped them out onto the table, counted $500, and it didn't even make a dent in it.
Wow.
And I went, and I shouldn't really say that online.
I
That
know.
doesn't happen
Little
every
dollar
day.
signs,
Don't trust me. That's
Good
was
street
a
performers
festival.
make some money.
And I went to Nick, I want to be able to do that. So I made up a
To
little.
give you $500.
No, I just want to be able to entertain on the street, because I'd wanted to be an entertainer for years, but could never afford to make the break to take the plunge, to do it full time. And I saw this as an opportunity to do that. So I started doing a little card trick, 6 tricks in 8 minutes, and it was just a pitch. I'd give someone a stopwatch, and I keep getting to stop. The show would take about 15 minutes, and I'd do these 6 tricks, and then I just had it. But I could do that like 15 times in a day. And then I went to Nick, this is a really hard way to make money on the street, is with a magic show. Because it's, unless you're doing cups and balls or one of the traditional finales. I said, I want to learn how to get out of a straitjacket. So he went, fine. He just put a video in, gave me the straitjacket. Left me alone for 10 minutes, and I watched the finale of his straitjacket show. And after watching it for 10 minutes, I went to Nick, I said, it can't be that easy. And he said, well, yeah, it is, really. It's just practice. So I started practicing. I learned to get out of a straitjacket, and I started doing a straitjacket show. And then I watched an American guy climb through a tennis racket. And I went, he's quite broad. I think I could do that. So on the way home, I stopped at a second-hand shop and bought 2 tennis rackets. I'm really glad I bought 2.
You didn't get cut out of the first one?
The first one was a hacksaw. The second one I found I could climb through, so I was doing that as a demo of how flexible you had to be to get out of a straitjacket.
It was a giant tennis racket, though, wasn't it?
No,
It was like those giant tennis balls you get at the Australian Open?
Yeah.
No, it's a standard 70s tennis racket.
Yeah, right.
And then I was getting through the tennis racket, and someone heckled and said, why don't you get tied up in the jacket while you're in the tennis racket? And that became the straitjacket tennis racket
Right.
escape. And then I was wrapped in chains as well.
The jacket racket.
The jacket racket was, and then I lost the jacket because I borrowed it off Nick, and it started to get a bit worn down. So I took it to a canvas place, and I got it re-sewn with leather and presented it back to him in a pristine. And then I'm sick of the straight jacket, so I started doing the 2 tennis rackets, shackles, thumb tape, chain, and then that's the show that I've developed, and that's how I make my living and travel around the world doing that.
Yeah, nice.
And this is
Well,
subsidises this.
We have to make you
Jason.
play a game. Hello?
Do you have a favourite magic trick?
Yeah, I do. It's the finale of my show. It's an illusion called Shuffle Me Straight. It's when Nick first started teaching me sleight of hand with the cards, he showed me this move that even he'd never perfected. He said, this is the one that most magicians say, nah, stuff it, it's just too hard. That's the one I wanted to learn how to do. So for 4 years I practiced. Every time I had a pack of cards with me every day. Every time I went on the tram, every time I was on a plane, on a train, I was learning this move. And it's basically shuffling a packet of cards, a shuffle pack straight, so that you end up with a straight flush in each suit.
Right.
And that's the finale of my trick. It's the finale of my show. It was the finale of my show last year. In fact, I named the show after it. And it's just become a signature. But you have to come and watch the show to do that.
Yeah, no freebies. All right. We need you to play a game.
Yeah, we can
so
do that.
you can pick one that sounds good to you. Chuggy Stab, Candy Challenge, Ski Pong, or Speed Jenga.
Well, I did the candy challenge last year and
Yeah.
I sucked at it.
Which ironically is not a good thing.
No, at that point it wasn't, because you wouldn't let me use the straw apart from how you told me to
Exactly.
use it.
You would have stolen it and turned it into a spoon and just.
No, I was going to turn it into a spoon, and you
Really?
wouldn't let me do that.
I ruined it. Sorry.
No, that game's been played too.
No,
Yeah.
I don't know. Ski pong.
Ski pong. All right. You. I reckon you'd be all right. at this.
No, I'm going to regret this, I can tell.
No, this is fine. This is an easy one. If you're okay, so you know, like beer pong, you just got to bounce it into the cup. The cups have numbers on them. You got to get as many points as you can.
Oh, okay.
So it's there's no tricks.
So I can't just do that and then find out where it is and put it there. No.
10. I'm gonna say that's a 10.
Oh, so
I
I got to
would be-
bounce it first.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, okay. Okay. This is not an even stage. This will be fun. Okay, so we just.
Oh no, that counts. That went in. That's a 10. That went in. Oh my
That
God.
went in.
Oh, if you bounce that off the thing, you can do that one again. I don't mind. And we've lost a ball, so you actually get 5 in. Okay. You're like everyone else is like going really close, and you're just like blah 10 blah.
I was
He's a magician.
I was in Vegas, and we walked up. We were in Circus, and I walked up the stairs to that, and they have a huge, like they have a big full 3-ring circus inside the hotel. It freaked me
Wow.
out. But they had a full, like the games, like the whatever they
Parlor
call
games.
it, parlor games, alley games. I walked straight up, and there was a huge dolphin, a huge stuffed dolphin, and you had to get a softball inside a milk tune. And I've played with milk tunes because I've done the milk tune escape a couple of times, and I kind of know how the lip of them works. And I went, so I got to get that into that. And he said, yep. And I said, like that. And it went in. And it surprised me, but the guy was just about floored the guy. Because you could tell he was just one of those kids, 18, no education, a little bit simple. And he just sat there, and this was his job, was to sit in this
The
thing.
dolphin
And
came
the
down, there was
the dolphin
confetti.
came down. And
It's
then
like
I
the
went,
jackpot for
and then I went,
Wheel of Fortune.
oh no, I've got 7 more international flights with this man-sized dolphin, and I'm not going to buy it a seat. So we went up to the hotel room, and I cut it open, and we poured all the beans into the bath.
Oh.
We were tidy. We didn't want to
La,
just
la,
throw
la,
them
la,
everywhere.
la, la.
So we just
And it was
emptied
a
it into
little
the bath.
baby dolphin
And
inside.
it
and was
didn't
pregnant,
quite
so-
fit into the bath, so it was into the basin, and we thought,
We'll
we
leave
won't
it
go
there.
any, we'll just leave it at that. So I could fold it up, put it in. When we got back to New Zealand, I got it restuffed.
You got one more. Go.
I got one more. Okay, let's.
That.
That's
I
still
think it
winning.
was a 10 as well. Though.
Oh, come on.
Really?
I don't.
Does it not count?
What cup is it in now?
Thank you.
Okay,
Yeah.
4.
Thank you.
4, fine.
I'm quite
No,
happy to
give
play-
him
no,
30,000 points.
Well, 34, I reckon that was. Because the
I'm-
first
I'm-
one went in and came out again.
That's out then.
That's out, mate.
That's
no.
part of the game.
It's my freaking show!
Fine.
No. 24.
Fine.
Yeah, no,
24.
I'm
And
serious.
people are like, oh, like it. No, it's fine. It's fine. I just did a little
I just
joke.
wanna-
Jesus.
I just want people to like me. I didn't get enough hugs as a child.
Oh,
I spent
Me
all that
neither.
time in my fort. Child Services called it a cupboard, but hey, I called it a fort.
this has gone really dark. All of a sudden, I don't know what happened. Anyway, plug your show.
I'll plug my show. It's The Gambler. If you enjoy gambling, if you enjoy cards, it's a card magic show, but it's all about the way we treat gambling. I hate the fact that we vilify it and celebrate it in the same way. If you lose $200,000 in a 3-day bender, you're Brendan Favola. If you lose $200,000 of your super because you've invested in high-risk bonds, you're a victim. And I hate that. I think gambling
Should be
pokies-
condemned across the board.
No, gambling should be encouraged. We do gamble. If you've ever reached into the fridge and gone, yeah, she'll be right. You're a gambler, man. If you've ever accelerated at an orange light, you're a gambler. If you've ever thought, if I pull out quick enough, she won't get pregnant, you're a
Now
gambler.
is the time to go to the leaderboard.
That was the
You
conception.
are 24. If I'd given you the other one, you would have been on the top of the
Top of the
leaderboard.
leaderboard,
But
and you would
apparently
plug
people
my
didn't
show.
want me to.
No,
That's
hey, look,
fine.
it's fine. I can live with that.
You can
All
say
right.
it was me. You don't have to say people.
No, it was everyone. It was even these two people in the crowd that went, right. Thank you so much, man. So where is your
Absolutely.
show? It's at
It's
the
at the-
Cupola.
At 10:45, it runs through to the 18th. It's just a lot of fun. It's me. It's a very intimate show. Everything's on a screen. You see everything I do with my hands. If you like card magic and you like a bit of fun, come along.
Tony Roberts, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, mate.